Trump's first wife had plans to be the country's first lady. Donald Trump has had relationships with various women over the years, but the role of first lady happened to fall into the hands of his current wife, Melania Trump. Both Ivana and Melania knew that joining forces with someone with presidential ambitions meant a possible stint in the White House. But how do they feel about how the chips landed?
Well, it's amazing what's going on, and we're having fun.
Donald and his first wife actually met by chance while she was living in Montreal, Canada. During her time north of the border, Ivana worked part-time as a model. In 1975, she told the Gazette, "Modeling is a job to me, not a career." But modeling and her stay in Canada did lead her to her future marriage. The pair went on a romantic skiing date before heading to New York together. In 1977, the real estate mogul married Ivana Zelníková, a former model and athlete from Czechoslovakia. Together, they had 3 children, Donald Jr., Eric, and Ivanka, who was actually named Ivana Marie. During Trump and Ivana's marriage, she worked on the future president's organization as the vice president of interior design. She also ran the Trump Castle Casino and Hotel in Atlantic City. Vanity Fair reported that Ivana shared the following statement: "Donald and I are partners in marriage and in business. I will stand beside him through thick or thin, for better or worse." The couple were married for 14 years. In the early 1990s, however, it was no secret from the tabloids and paparazzi that Trump was having an alleged affair from his wife with a model known as Marla Maples. After the headlines of Trump and Marla's affair spread to every corner of the country, the business tycoon and his first wife filed for divorce in 1991. 2 years later, Trump and Marla were married, with the birth of their daughter Tiffany coming soon after. At the time, Ivana took the separation to heart and worried about her children. According to Business Insider, she stated, "Ivanka now comes home from school crying." According to Vanity Fair, Trump and Ivana's original prenup agreement granted her $20,000 per year with a bonus of $250,000 per child. In 1990, just before their divorce, the amount was upped to $10 million. Before the couple split, they had invested in property in the Florida Gulf estate Mar-a-Lago, a residence that Ivana succeeded to acquire access to in the divorce. Once on her own, Ivana had plans to continue her personal brand with fragrances, scarves, and other accessories labeled with her name. By 1997, Trump and Marla were divorced, making room for a new love. The POTUS met the future First Lady in 1998, who was, at the time, a model called Melania Noss. By 2006, the couple were married with an infant son they named Barron. Melania may not be President Trump's first wife, his third in fact, but after over 20 years together, their marriage marks Donald Trump's longest relationship. The now 71-year-old Ivana continues to voice her opinion about her ex-husband, his presidential leadership, and of course, the First Lady. In 2017, around the time she published her memoir titled Raising Trump, the former model called out the other former model, saying that she, Ivana, was the true First Lady. The memoir and accompanying interviews opened up about her life with Donald and their children, while also revealing that she saw herself as integral to Trump's position in the White House. According to ABC, Ivana claimed that she had a direct phone line to the White House and speaks with her ex-husband often.
Talk about once in 14 days. I have the direct number to White House.
Ivana stated of her phone access to Trump, "I don't really want to call him there because Melania is there. And I don't want to cause any kind of jealousy or something like that because I'm basically
First Trump wife, okay?
Ivana also stated in her ABC interview, "I think for her to be in Washington must be terrible. It's better her than me. I would hate Washington." However, Ivana continued then to explain how she would handle being in Melania's shoes. "Would I straighten up the White House in 14 days? Absolutely. Can I give a speech for 45 minutes without a teleprompter? Absolutely. Can I read a contract? Can I negotiate? Can I entertain? Absolutely." The irony perhaps being that this statement sounds awfully familiar, almost as if being spoken in the blunt, to-the-point style of her ex-husband. Ivana also spoke out on British talk show Loose Women, saying that Melania is very quiet and that Melania doesn't really go many places. Jabs aside, Ivana told Fox News in 2017 that she thought of Melania as family. "The last thing I would want to do is say something bad about Melania, because Melania is family and I don't say anything bad to the family member." The same year, Melania's White House rep, Stephanie Grisham, replied to Ivana's statement from her book. Melania is honored by her role as First Lady of the United States. She plans to use her title and role to help children, not sell books. There is clearly no substance to this statement from an ex. Unfortunately, only attention-seeking and self-serving noise. 3 years later, it's clear that Melania's role in the White House was unique from many former First Ladies. The rep also stated, Mrs. Trump has made the White House a home for Barron and the president. Many, however, have criticized Melania for her seemingly removed and distant stance on her role. Although pictured alongside her husband when necessary, the First Lady has contributed less to various endeavors than some of her predecessors, such as Michelle Obama.
So today, I'm very excited to announce Be Best.
Melania's Be Best campaign against cyberbullying was met with more criticism, especially for the grammatically incorrect title. Besides this, Melania has often stepped out of the spotlight during rough periods in her husband's politics and media coverage. After negative media speculation at the First Lady's whereabouts during a long absence in 2018, she tweeted, "I see the media is working overtime speculating where I am and what I'm doing. Rest assured, I'm here at the White House with my family, feeling great and working hard on behalf of children and the American people." It's well known that before marrying into the Trump empire, Melania had other plans for her life. After emigrating to the US from Slovenia, she worked as a model and was vying for a career in the fashion industry. In the 90s, Melania worked with some major fashion houses in Milan and Paris. Melania has stated that during her husband's first election campaign, she often chose to pass on the press tours and rallies in favor of staying home to care for Barron. Even after the election, Melania chose to stay in New York while her husband moved into the White House, only following him at a later date. Her attitude of Mother First, America Second has carried through the 4-year term in the White House. The First Lady's slack has, however, gladly been picked up by Ivana's daughter, Ivanka. Ivanka, who began her career in fashion much like her stepmom, easily transitioned into a business and eventually political career alongside her father.
I am here to tell you that this is the moment and Donald Trump is the person.
After growing up in the spotlight, it seemed natural for Ivanka to take on some of the more public responsibilities that may have fallen to Melania otherwise. Even before Trump's step into politics, his eldest daughter, Ivanka Trump, played a key role in his business ventures. She even participated in his reality show, The Apprentice, on which she was a judge. In 2017, the first daughter became a full-time senior advisor to her father. Her role involved a full security clearance. Ivanka stated in an interview with CNN that she's focused on education and the economic empowerment of women. Ivanka's role in the private sector involves advocating for women's training and security in companies worldwide, including developing countries. Ivanka has also worked with the World Bank to help develop women's entrepreneurship. Ivanka has even taken on the role of diplomat for her father's platform and often meets with leaders from countries such as China, Japan, and Israel. According to Melania's tell-all book, Ivanka went as far as suggesting that they change the name of the First Lady's office to the First Family's office. Melania and her stepdaughter are actually quite close in age, at around 11 years apart. Despite their common background in fashion and their positions at the White House, these two women don't always see eye to eye. This strained relationship may be because of Ivanka's mother's outspoken criticism of the First Lady. It may also be because these two women simply have different priorities and perspectives. A reported feud between the two has never been confirmed by either party, but a visible tension and awkwardness is often quite obvious during public functions and events. Melania's rep, Stephanie Grisham, however, has stated that the two ladies share a, quote, close relationship and still do today. Ivanka also shared in her book, The Trump Card, that her stepmother is a source of support and encouragement. Perhaps the so-called feud is not as dramatic as the media would have us hope. As for Ivanka's mother, Ivana recently spoke to People magazine and revealed that she was stressed over her ex-husband's recent diagnosis of COVID-19. "It's a very difficult time," she said. Trump's first wife shared that her kids were worried and everyone was concerned. Sharing her candid opinion, Ivana said, "He was careless. He didn't think it would happen to him." On a more positive note, she also said, "I just really hope he's going to get out of it and be healthy." Ivana also revealed that she sees herself taking a more hands-on role in the realm of politics if her daughter Ivanka or Ivanka's husband Jared Kushner were to run for president in the future. "I think they both could do it." Ivana recently told People that she believes Ivanka has what it takes to be the first female president. "I tell you, she's in the White House every day, you know. She knows all what is going around. I think she could one day be the first woman president, definitely. She's smart, she's beautiful, she's au courant. How much more can you have?" She's also, however, lamented that it was emotionally difficult having her children live in Washington as she doesn't get to see her grandkids often. Even though Ivana may not have become the First Lady or get a chance to live in the White House, her reputation as a glamorous diva and prominent socialite lives on. According to her daughter Ivanka's Instagram, her 9 grandkids even call her Glamma instead of Grandma. In 1995, Ivana spoke at a conference in Moncton, Canada, and said, "Women want what men want, to fulfill their greatest potential. Keep reaching for your dreams."
I would do great job in the White House.
Both Ivana and Melania hopefully knew what they were getting into when diving into a relationship with Donald Trump. It turned out that the role of First Lady went to the third wife, but Ivana may well have had a chance at the White House had things gone a little differently. Are there any hard feelings between Ivana, Melania, and even Ivanka? Let us know what you think in the comments, and remember to subscribe to The Taco for more great videos.